Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday and the weather outside is not too bad today. It's actually quite sunny, there's quite a lot of blue sky out there, not too many clouds today, which is quite nice. I feel like I'm coming down with a cold, which is not good because it's EGX this weekend. EGX, it's going to be really exciting. Lots of cool stuff going to be happening that I'm part of in some way, shape or form. Alright, shall we play some games? Shall we play some games? I'm gonna, if we can, let's just bring this music up. Let's bring this music down. Let's just stop that for a moment. There we go. Okay, cool. We can close that now. Okay, thanks. Okay. So. Oh wow, and it suddenly gets really loud. Okay, can we not have it that loud? Is that a possibility? Can we bring that down just a little bit? Because oh my god. It's so useful having the options menu where you can change the audio much quieter than the actual audio. That's really useful. Thank you for that. Okay, so yeah, we've got EGX this weekend. There's some stuff that's happening that I'm kind of involved with, but indirectly and kind of behind the scenes rather than actually up front. But it's going to be very exciting, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to hopefully meet lots of cool devs and get to play some games and stuff. Got to make sure I try and take as many photos as possible, and maybe some little video clips. So make sure you're following my Twitter because stuff will get posted there, I imagine. If I remember, I'll even post stuff to my Instagram and my Facebook, but probably not. All right.
The more you play, the more I wonder.
Okay. All right. So story mode. So we've done like a whole bunch of bosses already. So we did the Jack of Dust, the Jack of Skulls, the Queen of Dust, the Jack of Plague, and the King of Dust. So I'd be surprised if we have any more of Dust to do. So now we're moving on to the Jack of Scales, which I can only assume is some kind of dragon. Something similar. So we've got two curses on us: mana drain, cooldown times for weapons, and artifacts are doubled. That's not too bad because I don't really use that stuff that often. In every combat, the last enemy alive can no longer be stunned or interrupted. Again, that shouldn't be too bad. So I think those are okay.
The suit of scales are represented by these lizard men. Quiet,
okay.
Patient, lethally subtle, and coldly intelligent. Of all the creatures I have incarnated as suits, these please me the most.
Okay. So if we assume then that there's 4 suits, you got Dust, which is like the bandits, you got Skulls, which is the undead, you got Plague, which is like the rat men, and then you've got Scales, which is lizard men. Or women. I guess you could have lizard women as well. I mean, I guess that's a thing. Alright, let's take a look at the deck builder. Let's select no. Okay, so we're going to go here, and we're going to see if there's anything else that we want to put in. Okay, so we've got Life's Limb. What does that do? This card is new, and thus its contents are unknown. Okay, well let's put that in. Let's put the Rat Cleaver in as well. We've still got some new stuff in here as far as armor is concerned. Let's get the Skull Cap of Prophecy, Feathered Ice, Holy Ring. And we need to get rid of 2 things. this ring is sold, all the player's gold is lost, but the player receives +1 max health for every 5 gold. Okay, so maybe we can get rid of that one. And Ring of Survival, what does that do? After every 3rd combat, the player receives 20 health, and that's not too bad actually. So, Healer's Ring. Whenever the player receives healing, they also gain 1 gold. No benefit if they're already fully healed. Okay. So maybe we ditch this then, and then okay. So that's our deck. So we've got a chance of getting some of this stuff. Although more often than not, I don't get half of this stuff as we go through. So that's our equipment deck. It's all good to go. So our encounters deck needs 5 more. So let's go through, see if there's any old ones. We don't have the token from that yet, so hold that one. Okay, let's take out the altar. We'll keep Mr. Lionel because Mr. Lionel's cool. The Maiden's quite good. The Twisted Canyon's always good. Let's take out some of the Ratmen hunting because that's not that interesting. And let's see if we can put in some of these ones. Okay, so these are new. These are all new. I know we've got too many. Alright. Let's take out the Crucible then. Okay, and then that's it. We're all good.
Well, thank you very much.
Gaming Domain, thank you very much for that host. Hey Westy, good morning sir. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm very well, thank you. I'm very well, yes. It's the last stream I get in before EGX, so man, it's been a crazy few days trying to get stuff sorted out and prepared, especially when our Airbnb decided to cancel us on Sunday. So that was fun. Trying to find.
You have taken one of my symbols, but now we begin to play in earnest. My scepter is at stake, and I do not intend to lose it.
Okay, so that's his scepter on the left there. Being all glowy. Probably move my keyboard closer.
Scales. I have saved the lizardmen for now, but the stakes have been raised. There is no weapon I will not use against you.
Yeah, yeah, we booked with Airbnb, and it was the first time I've ever really used Airbnb. Originally I was just gonna book a hotel, yeah. So I was originally just gonna book a hotel just for me and Pip. And then I realised that Squall was going, and Jimmy and Kerosene, Squall, Muzzer and Kerosene were going. And they suggested that we get like an Airbnb, and I was just like, okay, fine, cool. We split the cost. It'll probably work out cheaper if we do it that way for all 4 of us sharing a place together. So Sam found this place that looked really cool, and it wasn't too far from the NEC. So we booked it up. And then 2 weeks before EGX, so about 2 weeks ago, they cancelled, and they've taken the actual property.
Come now, hurry up.
Off of their
we don't
list.
have forever.
Shush! I'm talking to my peeps. Okay, shush. So they cancelled and took the accommodation off Airbnb altogether. So like you just cannot. And I was a bit worried because on the reviews for it, a lot of people said that they'd cancelled. So I was a bit kind of like, I'm not sure this is a good idea. And then they cancelled. So I was kind of like, yeah, I thought that might happen. So we found this other place that was a brand new build. Like they built it like last year, like to a point where it wasn't even on Google Maps. So, so it was a real pain in the ass trying to actually find it and work out exactly where it was. But it was like, I don't know, a 10-minute cab ride from there to EGX to the NEC. So I was just like, yeah, That'd be fine. It was cheaper than the original place that we found as well, so that was pretty good. And then they cancelled on me on Sunday because apparently some of their previous guests had been making lots of noise, inviting friends over, damaging some of the property, and pissing off the neighbours in general. And the guy lives there, as far as I'm aware. So obviously, all the neighbours are complaining to him about this. So he's not happy. So he cancelled on us on Sunday. So Sunday, I'm there trying to figure out what the hell to do because everything's been booked under my name. I'd booked everything. So we've managed to find a place, but it's like a 20-minute car ride. So I'm gonna have to drive into EGX every morning. So I'm driving up to Birmingham tomorrow in the morning. We're going to spend the day at EGX. EGX is going to finish. Then we've got to drive to our accommodation to check in, and then from there I've had to pay another 80 quid or so for parking each day at the NEC, so that we can actually get there and actually have a space. So this other place that we found was cheaper, but it's a lot further away, which means a lot more travelling, and it means I'm having to park my car at the NEC every day. So it's not ideal, but it's that or nothing, because everywhere else is booked. Like I tried looking at all the other bread and breakfasts. I've tried looking at hotels, and all of the ones in that local area are fully booked. So the only alternative I have would have been to get something a lot further away, so something maybe in Coventry instead, and then have to drive up from Coventry. So yeah, I wasn't that happy about it, but this new place that we've got, it is cheaper by about 120 quid, but I've just had to pay 80 quid on parking, so it hasn't really, and I'm going to be using more fuel, so it hasn't really worked out cheaper at all. And although it looks like it's quite a nice place, it looks like it's out in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, not ideal, but as I say, it's that or nothing at all. It's a lot smaller as well as the place that we were going to be staying in. It's only got one bedroom and a sofa bed, so yeah, it's really not great. But if we want to go to EGX, then we don't really have much choice.
Thank you
yeah.
very much.
Lassie Mars, now hosting my stream. Thank you very much, Lassie. No, we've got it all sorted now.
Roaming ever forward.
Hey, Lassie.
Hunting for the truth.
Do we want to escape already? No, we don't want to escape yet. There we go, Twisted Canyon. That's what. Yeah, no, we've got the place now, so like, I mean, it's all paid for, and I think it'll be quite nice because I think it'll be relatively quiet, so we should be able to sleep and stuff without too much problem, hopefully. Climb down and retrieve the weapon. All right, here we go.
Choose from these options.
God damn it. You begin to make your way down the cliff face, but soon slip and fall painfully onto the rocks below. This is the first time I've ever failed one of these.
Nasty.
Do we still get the equipment though? Oh, we do. Okay, good. Okay, let's equip that then.
Really? Is that what you're going to do?
But I mean, really? Yes, of course I am. Wait, let me just double check. Does that... Yeah. So it does 32 damage compared to the axe that we had, which does 25 damage. And this mace inflicts more damage the lower health the wielder is. So that's pretty cool. So we could do with getting a shield as well. but
A quest that may lead you down many paths towards jealously guarded secrets. Interesting.
You come across an injured adventurer whose battered and bloody armor tells you he's seen combat recently. Ask him his troubles. I've been chasing a pack of thieves that attacked my home village of Embertown. I killed some of them in an ambush, but I fear I lack the strength to chase the rest down. If you have any honor, you will find those jackals and make them pay. Okay, so that's going to go there. So now we can go and do the next part of that.
Let's find out what type of character you really are. Win this and claim my token.
Might be a good idea, Westy, because I know that Marathi, he booked with the Hilton, and when he tried to he contacted them recently, and they didn't know anything about his booking. He'd had it booked for weeks, so he can't go because he couldn't find anywhere else. We were going to try and put him up in our room or in our apartment that we'd got originally, but then that got cancelled, and the place that we're staying at now is like there's nowhere big enough. Like we don't even have a sofa for him to kip on because that's already been used. So, oh well, then yeah, it might be worth contacting them and making sure that you still got a room, because as I say, Marathi was booked with Hilton and they screwed him over completely. So he's had to like cancel his flights and everything. So you've caught up with the Embertown Village Raiders, who call out.
It has been
"Stay
called
your
the
hand,
game of
adventurer."
eternity that we play.
Shut up!
I
I'm
didn't
trying to
think that meant you'd take forever to make a decision, mind.
Stay your hand, adventurer. We will share the spoils with you. No. It's just a couple of bandits. This won't be too difficult. Come on then. Right in the side of the face. You carefully turn out the thieves' pockets. The dealer draws 3 gain cards. Oh yeah. 3 food.
I'm sure you're grateful for that.
Yes, I am. 15 gold. Not bad. Draw, 2 from the armory. Oh, man. Can I inspect it first? Okay, I can't. Well, look, I've never used Scorching Zeal before, so I'm going to take Scorching Zeal. It does 32 damage,
Fire,
which is
in
about
its
the same.
multitudinous forms, we still hold it in esteem and wonder.
So that does roughly the same as the one I've got at the moment. Equipment with this trait burns with the flame of the ancients, doing extra fire damage. However, lava golems will shrug off fire attacks with ease. Okay. So let's equip it for the time being and see how we go. Alright, cool.
Take it.
In silence, he hands you... Right, okay, cool. And off we go. And now we can leave.
An expedition. Press on.
We are going to need to probably get some more food at some point. But we're doing alright at the moment.
I appreciate your efforts. I worked hard on this game. It is a pleasure to see you play. A ship at dock is worth nothing
Good luck, gaming
until
domain.
it sails.
Yep, we fixed it in the end. Oh, it's the White Council again. Okay.
A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed.
On a fine, sunny day, you set out into the forest. Hidden in a barrel on the wagon of Taran, the merchant, destination is the White Council's stronghold. After what seems like hours, a deep voice calls out, "Halt!" Taran yelps in surprise as the wagon stops. You hear Taran greet someone. "Ah, hello, my lord. I have your usual shipment here. Nothing interesting to say about it." You cringe in your barrel. "Is that so?" the other voice remarks, casually, before falling silent for some time. Then, "Here is your payment," and you hear the click of gold coins. Suddenly, there is a blinding white light. When your vision clears, you dare to look out from the place of concealment. You see that you and all the stock from Taran's wagon are now sitting in the middle of a stone hall inside a circle of runes and symbols. A trio of poorly dressed goblins set to work sorting everything into storage room to one side under the supervision of a bored-looking mage. We'll have to attempt to sneak away. There's only one failure in here, so that's not too bad. Except that I hate it when they do that, because now I have literally no idea where that's going to be. I feel like this is the right one to take. Every time, I'm like, I feel like this is the right one. It's always the wrong one. One of the goblins spots you and gives a loud holler. The mage flicks his wand and the circle of runes on the floor begins to glow. You appear back on the path somewhere in the forest. The White Council has escaped your righteous vengeance this day. God damn it! Alright, the Travelling Jeweler. We've got 25 gold. We're probably not going to be able to buy much from them. I don't think it's worth going to visit. We've only got 25 gold. We're not going to be able to get much. Do we want to leave? No, let's go to this last one. Ratman, okay.
Of course, killing their leader is a fine way to provoke them.
Alright, so we'll kill the rats, and then we'll continue on. I don't think the jeweler sells food, so and we won't be able to buy anything for 25 gold. So. The ragdolls in this game are a little stiff. You find nothing of value on the bodies of the fallen. Ah, great. Alright, off we go then. Let's exit the cave.
What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent.
A wife's fury. This is a new one.
We play for a token now.
While travelling through a small town, you're accosted by a furious woman who shouts at you from the door of her homestead. "You there! You look like you can handle yourself. My husband was supposed to be home hours ago, but instead he's with his pals drinking away all our coin. They left the spoils from their latest job here. If you go and teach him a lesson, you can take your pick." Okay, sure. Now, here's someone with some sense. I would go crack his skull myself, but our dragon cow is birthing a litter and might burn the whole place down. A dragon cow? Okay.
Poor Jack. His place is so much lower than ours. He merely repeats the same motions over and over, incapable of change.
Poor Jack. So do we threaten him, or do we join in his drinking game? Let's threaten him. They confirmed your booking? Okay, good. This one. Oh, God's sake. I hear worse threats from my wife every day of the week, he scoffs. Okay. Don't do that towards him. Turn round. There we go. Yeah. Oh my god. Down to 31. It just kept... I wanted him to go the other way. You return to the woman, bringing her battered husband with you. Just drop him in the corner and take what you want from this rubbish, she says, handing you a stack. Oh, okay. We got the token, cool. So we want Ring of Survival, Angel's Wing. I don't know what that does. I think Ring of Survival. After every third combat, the player receives 20 health. Yeah, we'll take that. We're probably going to need that because we're on 31. Oh, I just realised we've got no gold. Why
Many
do we not have any gold?
sacrifices can be made, but only blood runs true when time is done.
I'm not quite sure what happened to all our gold. In a forgotten desert temple, you stumble upon a cult performing a summoning. Sure, let's offer my blood. The cult leader murmurs some words and then slices your arm with a knife. The dealer draws you 2 pain cards. So I lose 5 max health, and then I lose 15 health on top. Oh my god, I'm down to 22. He writes a number of strange symbols on your skin with your blood and calls the Dark One to give strength to his willing servant. So now we're getting 15%
more health to
max
work
health.
with. Much good may do you.
Okay. So we lost 5 health and then gained 10, so... Not bad, I suppose. Oh, that's the demon trader. Okay.
An encounter with the devils of the night. Perhaps not your last.
You spend a restless night with your dreams haunted by visions of a strange demon who sniffs and says, "They say you visit the altar, yet you have no mark of the gods upon you. Begone!" In the morning, you feel drained. The dealer draws you 1 health pain card. Oh, great. Lose 10 health. Amazing. Is that it? That's it. Okay, great. Yeah, I do kind of like it because it's kind of like a D&D adventure. If you had to play D&D on your own, it's kind of cool. A ladder escape. Man, do we take the ladder or do we continue on? I don't feel like I want to keep exploring. I need to get more food. Or
The
some
mark
gold
of the
to get
serpent.
some food.
There is no doubt that you have traveled an interesting road, adventurer.
You find a casket buried in the sands. As you reach for it, a voice calls out, "Stranger, stay your hand. That casket bears the cursed serpent's mark." Then let's sell it to someone else. Okay. 50-50. Oh, God's sake. Every time. Without fail. The stranger takes the jar, handing over a few coins. To your surprise, he immediately opens it, but is disappointed to find nothing inside. Blast! I'll never find it, he mutters, walking away. Well, we've got 3 gold. I guess that's not the end of the world. We didn't die, so...
It's enough to put you off crossing at bridges like this.
Morning, Kuwait.
Surely there's an alternative that would leave you less exposed and vulnerable.
Alright. got to draw 2 monster cards. So 2. Really? 1 second. Hopefully that won't continue. Oh, okay. No, turn round. Use my special ability instead then, I guess. Those lizard men are pretty tough. They just block everything. You recover what you can from the dead. The dealer draws you 3 game cards. Please have some food and some gold. 15 gold, okay, that's fine. Can we get a decent shield? Medium armor might be better. Let's take medium armor. I haven't taken one of these yet, so... but I've already got some weapons. Really do is the...
middle of the road in every way.
And 5 food. Okay, cool. Alright, that'll keep us going for a little bit longer. Right, last card on this set, and we go to the shop. So, hopefully the shop will have some food for us, and hopefully it won't be too expensive. Let's go and sell some items first. Let's sell Desperate Measures. No, we want. No. No, back. Let's sell the axe. And then I think that's it. So let's buy food. 10 food for 30 bucks. Sure. Can we heal wounds? No. Okay, that'll do. We've got 17 food, which will keep us going, and we heal every time we go. We use a food and when we travel. So we're almost at half health now. And now we can escape and get to the next section.
Did you expect me to tell your fortune? No. A fortune teller is at their most base and despicable when they begin to believe their own lies.
I don't know where it's coming from.
Of course, I am different. My powers are genuine.
Okay, treasure chest. While exploring a dungeon, you see a treasure chest at the end of a hall. Approach the treasure chest. Okay, we need to not fail again. Success! The hall is silent as you move forward. You approach the treasure chest.
Again, a token is at stake.
The treasure chest looks battered, but still intact. What treasure might it hold? Attempt to pry it open. Success! Whew. After a mighty heave, the lock gives way and the spoils are yours. The dealer draws you 4 gain cards. And we get the token as well. 15 gold. 10 gold. 40 gold. Nice. Another 15 gold. 83 gold total. That's pretty awesome. And we got the token. So that's pretty good. The Devil's Wager.
Trust a devil or don't? I wouldn't.
A devil appears in a puff of smoke and fixes its evil gaze upon you. Greetings, mortal. Let's draw a monster card. If you can defeat my minions without taking a scratch, I will reward you with gold and magical trinkets. Okay. Excellent, the devil cries with glee. It points at you with a crooked finger, saying, let's see you prove it. Oh damn, it's just taken like 50 of my health off. I'm down to 8 health. Oh my god. But it's only a couple of skeletons, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yeah, well, I suppose that's what I get. Hopefully he'll give me all my health back as well. But I got a feeling that's probably not going to happen. You're not dead. That is unexpected. The devil waves his hand, partially healing you. Cool. This card's token is now used. Cool, we got all our health back, and then we get 3 gain cards as well. 5 food. Nice.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
1 food.
A little food.
Yeah,
not a great change,
and plus 5
but enough
health.
to switch the odds a little.
Nice. Cool. Okay, we're doing alright. We're slowly healing back up again. Alright, old graveyard.
Are you afraid of the grave? What irony.
In an old abandoned graveyard, the restless spirits sense the presence of a cursed soul. They are not pleased to have been disturbed. Ghostly talons claw agonizingly at your flesh until you finally reach the other side of the graveyard. 2 pain cards. Lose 10
How
max
unpleasant.
health. Lose 15 max health. Oh man, but we were like 115 health. And now it's... Oh. Call for the priest. Do we need to buy anything from there? I don't know that we do. Removes curses. I don't think we need to worry about that. I'm just going to pass it by. We've got plenty of food. We've got plenty of gold. I'd rather keep the gold for something else.
You
like
begin to see the nature of the questions
shields or
we will
something.
ask.
Oh,
Do we
damn,
look to the
okay.
past or to the future?
6 rats.
Is your decision predetermined or made in the moment?
Yeah, I'd rather save the gold for like getting a shield or a helmet or something. Come here. Stop running away. I still think that the combat in this is still very clunky. You recover what you can from the dead. 1 food, okay. 3 food, okay, that's not so bad then. Because like I was hitting that guy and he was still throwing stuff at me, so like, Greenborough Forest. It is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. The sequel to it's coming out relatively soon, as far as I'm aware. So, so I kind of wanted to play it because I'd never played it before, and I've had it in my Steam library for ages. So, I mean, it's kind of I liken it to playing D&D but by yourself, because the adventures you can kind of mix and match each time you play. So you can put in. You unlock new encounters, so you can always swap them out for other ones. So you can kind of customize, and it's a slightly varied story as you go through. And you get, there's always a chance of getting new items and stuff, which is pretty cool. More and more portals are opening up across the land, and hell beasts are appearing with greater frequency. These portals seem to appear more often around the Greenborough forests. Search the forest for clues. Alright, let's not get a failure this time.
A choice. Select your desire.
I hate doing that card thing though. It's like, I always feel like I'm going to fail, because most of the time I do. During a search you discover some bags lost or left behind by traders and travellers. 3 gold. Eh. 1 food. Eh.
Just 1 scrap of food here.
Your investigation also uncovers what may be a treasure or powerful artifact, but is concealed behind thick, strangling vines. Well, of course we're going to do that. You swing your weapon down, attacking the vines with gusto. Your weapons cleave through the vines to reveal...
very much.
Digwood, thank you very much for that host. Much appreciated. Your weapons cleave through the vines to reveal an ancient stone artifact. At your touch, it rumbles to life, and a familiar voice from the underworld booms out. You have found a totem of the underworld. By chance, I'm sure. Foolish mages built these long ago to hold us back, but that came with a price. Now, as our might continues to grow,
thank you
none of your
much.
kind is strong enough to stop us. Westy, thank you very much for that host. Your world fills with my minions, and I will twist your fate to a cruel demise. The totem fires a beam up into the sky. It is met by another from a far-off location. I don't know what just happened, but I think you just put like a whole bunch of hell demons into the thing. So we unlocked a new card, which will take us, because that's going to be the next card. So alright.
As you plunder the secrets of your memories, you'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched.
You eventually find the second underworld tome. The tome is covered in markings, including spaces for 3 rings. I don't have 3 rings. I've only got 1, so I'm going to have to leave. Damn it. Cool.
Work your way through the woods and see what lies beyond.
Alright, let's go.
The lizard men are nothing if not patient. He waits for you.
Right, so we're at full health, even though our health has been reduced. We've got plenty of food, and got quite a lot of gold. Would be nice to find a shop. Devil's Carnival.
Frivolity is not my forte.
Okay, one day, just as dusk gathers, you reach a large country town hosting a travelling circus. Strange sights and stranger smells confront you as you begin to wander between tents and stalls that were once brightly coloured but now are faded and stained with dust. Peasants and nobles alike wander the streets and alleys past wonders and amazements, seeming almost dazed. There is something about the place that dulls your senses and, for a while, you forget your quest, forget even the path that brought you to this place. Alright, let's not get either of the failures, if we can. Okay, a success is good. You drift along the various stalls and booths, stopping to look at whatever catches your eye. The mysteries of the carnival await you. Again, another one? This one? Oh, yes! You pass a stall that presents a wide variety of coloured vials, elixirs and potions for sale. A young woman sees your interest and gestures to a bright green mixture, saying, with a thick accent, "Care to taste? It not cost gold." You take a sip of the liquid, then suddenly decide to drink it down the entire bottle. After a moment, you feel refreshed and full of energy. "No, no," the woman says, waving away your coin. "I say, the price you pay not gold. You pay later." The dealer draws you one max health game card. 110 max health. Sweet, we're back at 100. You leave the stall feeling fit but confused at the woman's cryptic words. What could the price be if not your gold? My soul. No, it's a woman. It's a woman with a thick accent. Sometime later, you find yourself standing at the edge of a forest, the sounds of the crowds behind you. Day is just dawning, but which day? Looking back, you see the ruined buildings of a country town, long ago abandoned. I don't get the thing. Oh, okay. A travelling healer. Are you likely to have a shield? Probably not. I'm thinking. So I think we'll just pass it by. We've got food. We don't need food. He says,
you do have a charitable heart.
You
or
encounter
at least
a priest
you have
wandering
had
along the road.
thus far.
Okay. The children were whelmed by your generosity last time. Would you be willing to save a few lives again? Right, let's give food to the priest. A worthy decision, the priest exclaims. I can't give him 20 food because I don't have 20 food. I can give him 10 food though. The priest humbly accepts your provisions. Let me see if I have anything in my sack which will reward such generosity. Yeah. Ah! The priest exclaims and draws out a tarnished old ring. I'll have the kids polish it up first. In the meantime, take my blessing. The dealer draws you one blessing gain card. The card's token is now yours. Sweet. Yeah, basically, this is the 4th time I've encountered him. So, the player
I made
inflicts
that a
triple
little
damage against
too
foes who are
powerful.
stunned.
I will have to rebalance that next time.
Okay.
One more piece of the puzzle for you.
Cool, so we've got another token. We are down to 4 food now. So what I might do is go to this one, and then back to the shop. In the hope we can buy some food from there. A group of bandits suddenly attacks. The King of Dust isn't happy about you killing his men. Well then stop attacking me then. If you stop attacking me, I'll stop killing you. Alright. Clunk. Yes, that is true. Among the bodies you find a scrap of parchment with a rough description of you plus an offer of a reward from the King of Dust. The dealer draws you one game card. Plus 3 food. Nice. That is good. Right, let's go down to here. Yes, it's Mr. Lionel, the goblin.
Let us stake a token on their foolishness.
While walking by a huge tree at the edge of a lake, Mr. Lionel's head appears from the leaves above. Excellent work, my lad, Mr. Lionel declares, citing the lock of elven hair and leaping to the ground. Didn't have to break too many bones getting this, I trust. Never mind, best I don't know, eh? He then calibrates the device, turning it over in his hands. This bit turns like this knob pushes in there. Not sure what this fiddly bit here does. It's working! Lionel grasps with glee as the amulet begins to glow. By waving the amulet around in the air, the goblin somehow contrives to lead you on a haphazard journey over hills and across rivers, until finally you come to a trapdoor hidden by foliage under an ancient tree. Through the doorway you see a stone chamber and hear a variety of strange mechanical noises. There may be some traps. Kings can never be too careful when guarding their treasure. I'm sure I mentioned them earlier. Now, get in there and steal 50 gold pieces for me. I'll hold your gold until you get out and meet you on the other side. Good luck. With a firm boot to your backside, Lionel sends you tumbling through the trapdoor. So he's going to take my 86 gold in the hope that I can then... Oh, man, he's just... Oh, okay, this is different. I've never seen anything like this in this game. Okay, interesting. Okay, so there's runes on the floor. So I guess we okay. The camera's set to this position, so I have to keep the camera in this position. Spikes. Did we break it? No, okay. Whoa, that was close. Do it? Well, that's only 21 gold. Mr. Lionel immediately greets you upon your escape, lifting your bag of gold before you even realize he is there. He counts out the coins you managed to retrieve. Not nearly enough. I want my revenge. Get back in there and get me my gold. Okay. With a deep breath, you turn and go back into the maze of golden traps. But that's all that was there. That's all I could see. Unless there's some somewhere else that I didn't. Or do I have to do it multiple times? So the only thing I can think is that maybe. Oh, this is different. Okay, this is different from how it was set up last time. So I thought maybe if I break these, they might have gold in them, but I guess not. Left some behind. That's still not going to be enough. That's only 33. Okay. Not nearly enough. I won't remember it. Okay, we go back in. Okay, come on then. We've got to get 50 gold in total, so... So we're at 33 at the moment. There's only 3 gold. That was a big pile of coins. And there was only 3 gold there. Okay. 45. Still not enough. God damn it. go back in. Is this using up all my food each time? I think it is. That kind of sucks. We're going to need to get some food. Right, this shouldn't be too difficult. We should finish it this time, right? We're at 48, so. There we go. So we've got more now than we actually need. So. That wasn't good. Right, so we've got 66, which is not as much as we've got, because we've got like 80 something. There we go. Not bad at all, he says happily. I'll eat these later. For now, good work, my boy. Let's get out of here before the Goblinkin discovers what. Here's your gold back. Sorry if it smells like old cheese now. Okay. So we've got 86 gold. Okay, so that's fine. He's got the 66, which apparently he's going to eat or something. I don't know. Okay, so let's go to the shop. Let's buy some food if we can. Because we've got 4 food left, and we've got 5 cards left to do on this section. So we should try and see if we can find some food. Let's skip this if we can. Okay, so we can buy 3 food for 11, or 5 food for 18. Okay, let's get another 5. Okay. Do we have anything to sell? I don't think so. No. Remove curses. It's 400 gold. Yeah, no. That's it then. We got some food. That's all we wanted, really. With some food to keep us going. All right. A traveling tinker. I want a shield. I want a new shield, or like a hat or something. But I don't know if he's going to have anything like that. Let's have a look. A healer's ring, a helm of reflection.
A coarse defense, but a valuable one nonetheless.
To be honest, I don't know, because Pip could only get one for herself, so she couldn't get one for me, because apparently only print press can have more than one pass, so she could only get one press pass for herself. So I don't know. She wouldn't. They wouldn't let me have one, basically. So she's had to just get me a regular ticket. So I'm hoping that I can still help her do stuff that she needs to do. But if not, then we'll just have to deal with it. Okay, so that's Helm of Reflection. That's not too bad. Or a holy ring. After killing an undead...
Purge the lands of these unholy abominations, and you will reap the rewards.
I wanted a shield, and there aren't any shields here, so I think I'm just going to leave that. Let's have a quick look at how much food he's got.
I'm sure you're grateful for that.
No, I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, it does. And Pip had a massive problem with just securing her own one, because apparently the people on the phone were being dicks about it. So
I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes.
It turns out that it's not too hard to track down a mad huntsman who's on a crusade across the countryside in search of a mythical beast. He has been spotted interrogating tavern goers, accosting travellers in the woods and closely scrutinising various animal droppings. You hear that he recently left the small town of Thatchcross and was seen heading into the forest nearby. Yeah, I think if you're just getting one for yourself, then you'll probably be okay. But if you had a cameraman, for example, who was going to be coming with you and needed to be with you in the areas that you were, you might not necessarily be able to get one. So yeah, so if you were in a press-only area and you wanted to do some filming with a cameraman, you wouldn't be able to. Is basically what the situation is. But if you're print press, you can have more than one pass because it takes more than one person to write notes and a bit of paper or type stuff on a laptop. Yeah, it's done. It is done. You follow a set of tracks that lead into a leafy glade.
For eons I have waited for an appropriate
Shut up,
player.
I'm trying to do the thing.
It seems there are more eons ahead.
You follow a set of tracks that lead into a leafy glade. Colourful autumnal debris blankets the ground. You stop dead when you hear a suspiciously loud snapping sound from beneath your feet. Oh man, okay. I have literally no idea. It could be any of these. I'm going to guess this one. Oh, that was the worst one I could have picked. You look down just in time to see the ground beneath you give way. You fall sharply into a dark pit. So I lose 30% of my gold. And I lose one piece of equipment, which is my shield. Of course it is. As you rise to your feet inside the pit, you hear a voice from above. How disappointing. Not only are you not the white Minotaur I'm searching for, you're not any kind of Minotaur. So careless for you to have fallen into my trap. I'd love to hang around, yet it appears that your spelunking has attracted some of the locals. The voice fades into the distance and is replaced by not-so-stealthy sounds of large creatures approaching through the trees. God damn it. Oh, here we go.
Now, a fight for the
Here's
ages.
the boss. Now that I've lost my shield.
I expect greatness.
God damn it.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
Well, this is going to be more difficult now that I don't have a shield, but sure. I'll try. You got 4 lizardmen as well. Oh, okay, he's got a big club tail thing. Good. Blocking. over there? Why are you... Yay, we did it, finally. Would have probably been a little easier with the shield, because then we could have
Well
shot bashed them
played.
and maybe stunned them and something.
Well played indeed.
Mind.
You have
So-
defeated something that I never expected to die.
Scepter upgrades. At the start of your adventure, you gain an equipment card. Nice. You start your adventures with more food. Excellent. Your starting equipment has been upgraded. Excellent. Rat men, bandits, and lizard men all get buffed as well, though. Okay.
The wand represents my will in the purest sense. It is not too late for you to give up now. Go peacefully to your fate and leave me to mine. You begin to assemble a credible deck. Let us see what happens next.
Alright, so now we get to unlock a whole bunch of extra cards that we can now play. So we've got a Ring of Justice for defeating the bandits of Ember Town. Going to the Tavern that was a husband, we get a Tavern Wager card. For plundering a locked treasure chest, we receive a couple of cards. Fool's Gold, nice, okay. Winning the Devil's Wager, we get Fate's Folly, whatever that is. All new stuff. For donating food to the orphans, we get 7 food card, a Ring of Engorging, and then Charity 5. Okay. So helping Mr. Lionel with his quest, we get another card for him. As a reward for defeating lizard men. Okay, got a whole bunch of cards there. As a reward for beating the boss. Oh, Undead Bane. Nice. So a whole bunch of new cards.
Halfway done. Let us continue.
Bunch of new cards. Excellent, excellent. Good, good. Alright. Let's go cold.
Into the depths we go, searching for the dead and dying.
Alright. Let's continue on. Don't forget, before we continue, if you wouldn't mind tweeting out the stream, if you didn't retweet me earlier, then you can click on that link, which will do a little tweet out if you haven't already, which would be super good and really useful, and helps promote the stream a little bit, which is always nice. Okay. So we choose our next opponent, which is going to be the Queen of Skulls. So this will be undead. So okay, so we're more likely to face undead this time around, I guess. Okay, so we've got 2 curses on us. Haunted. Whenever the player purchases a new item, they gain a curse. Oh, that's not good. Merchant Guild. All traders have been persuaded to offer cheaper items. Oh, well, of course they have, because every time I buy a new item, I'm going to get cursed. So I might want to not buy it.
So much death and sorrow in the world. Can you hear the winds keening in loss? Can you hear the dirges as the trees and the earth cry out in sorrow? This is the Queen of Skulls, and that is all she can hear. It has driven her to madness. Her touch is the promise of death, and I say to you, you were warned. Farewell. Okay,
so we probably want to put Undead Bane in here somewhere. So I'm going to take out the rat cleaver, put the undead bane in. What else can we put in? Is there any other new stuff? Oh, we've got a bunch of new stuff down here. Okay, let's take out one of the medium armors, because we don't need two lots of medium armor. Let's put that in. Let's take that out because we've had that before. Put this one in. Let's see. Let's take the Frostfang out. Put the Fool's Gold in. There's two other rings. I don't know what they do though. Actually, let's take the medium armor out as well, because it's fairly basic. Let's put that in. And that's 35 damage. Scorching Zeal's 32 damage. Life's Limb 27 damage. Desperate Measures, that's 32 damage as well. Okay, let's get rid of that then. And we'll put in a Ring of Justice as well. So we've got a whole bunch of rings that we might get. Hopefully with the we still only have one shield in here, which is not great, but hopefully we'll get a decent shield this time around. Okay, so we've got a bunch of new stuff in here. Still a bunch of stuff that we don't have the tokens for. We've done that one now. We've done that one now. Let's take out that. So let's see what new stuff do we have. That one. Let's get that one in. Let's get that one in, and let's get that one in. Bob and all. Bob, thank you very much for that host. All hosts are good. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. So it shows you at the top here how much we've unlocked. We've unlocked about half, just under half of the encounters, but we've still got loads of equipment we haven't unlocked, which is kind of cool. All right, I think we're good.
The lands of the Queen of Skulls are unhealthy for the living.
So these are some of the cards that are going in to the deck. I imagine you could probably play this.
Few have reached the depths of the game that you have attained. They were too weak or too inflexible, too passionate or lacking in the necessary will. You are different.
You could probably play this as like a two-player kind of tabletop game. All right, so let's just check our inventory. So we have an axe, a shield. Oh, excuse me, one moment. I managed to get the mute. In before I sneezed. There we go. So we've got the shield. So we've got two curses which we knew about already. We're already wearing medium armor, so that's cool. We've got a ring of hindsight and a ring of enlightenment. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to find out what the rings do. All encounter cards are revealed upon reaching the next stairs. That's cool. Ring of Alignment. If the player sells this ring, they receive plus 50 gold for each blessing they possess. And all blessings are lost. Okay, well I don't have any blessings at the moment, so selling that ring is going to be pretty pointless. Hang on, so which one am I actually wearing? Am I wearing both? Oh, I can. I am wearing both. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Alright. Well, let's go to this one first. And we're immediately at a shop.
Of course. So few trade in the land of death that deals are easy to strike.
Okay, well, we don't need to go to a shop straight away. That's the first thing. Okay, so Landlocked Lubber Part 2 is there. Twisted Cannon is there, so that'll be good, because then we can get we might be able to get an upgraded weapon. And Mr. Lionel's at the top, which means we might be able to get a shield or something, possibly, or something from Mr. Lionel. Well, we don't want to leave like straight away. We've got stuff to do.
There's a token in it for you if you win.
Okay. You return to the landlocked Lubber and find it somehow even emptier than before. Carlo is entertained by the story of your time in Norwich. You explain that you were told you'll need a highbinder to find the missing ships. Carlo laughs. It's not a highbinder, it's the highbinder. He's a broker of information. If he knows anything about the missing boats, then he'll tell us if we can pay his price. I'll contribute what I can towards the highbinder, but as you can see, the tavern business hasn't made me a rich man. He'll accept any currency, but we'll have to provide enough to make it worth his while. 20 food? Fine. Alright then, I'll send word along with our payment and the highbinder will settle me. We got the token. So, yeah, we got the token. But holy crap, we were going to run out of food. So, yeah. You saw a weapon glinting in the sunlight. Let's climb down and retrieve it. Or at least attempt to. Hooray! We got it. You carefully make your way down the side of the rocky cliff. As you approach the bottom, your hands slip and you fall ungracefully to the ground. Huge hammer. As you string together consecutive attacks, you do greatly increased damage. Press 1 to unleash a force explosion. Nice. Do you want to equip it? Yes.
What an ignominious way to go. I do hope you find something to eat soon.
Yep. Okay, do we go to the shop? Or do we go up? Let's go up. We don't have a lot of gold.
Even I am unsure where this thing springs from.
A dark dweller. Your path is blocked by an evil mass of tentacles and eyes. Even as you watch, the thing sprouts new limbs, reaching eagerly for you. Attempt to get around the creature. Oh shit. Okay.
Choose from these options.
Oh man. I literally have no idea. I'm gonna say that one. No. Alright. Lose 10 max health. Lose 30 gold.
Ah.
Great. So we've got even less gold to buy food with now. While sitting and listening to a day's gossip at the local tavern, a strange old man takes a seat next to you. He taps your shoulder quite painfully with his wooden staff to get your attention, and you notice that he appears to be a goblin, poorly disguised as a human. I know, I've met Mr. Lionel. Mr. Lionel's great. My name is Mr. Lionel, and if you give me what I need, boy, I will conjure up your heart's desire with this wizarding wand of my own creation. Ask him what he needs. The goblin immediately begins to wander around your person, prodding and poking at your weapons and apparel before making a sudden grab at something. He then sits considering you for a while before slapping the table with his hand. Aha! I know what you need. Mr. Lionel brandishes his staff and smacks you on the head. When you come to, you find yourself in a place you don't recognise with your blanket tucked uncomfortably around you. So he's taken my shield. So he's taken my shield. Are you serious? Did he not give me anything? He's not giving me anything. God damn it. Mr. Lionel, you're supposed to like help me out, bro. Alright, we're gonna have
Starvation begins to set in.
Yes, we're going to have
Try
to buy...
to stay calm. Fear will only hasten your demise.
We're going to have to buy some
A permanent discount for those willing to endure the local color.
Oh wait, we can sell our axe. That'll give us 11 bucks. We might be able to buy some food for 11 bucks. 5 food, that's 18 bucks. Shit.
Now, starvation begins.
Okay, we can buy 2 food. That's it. That's all we can get. We're going to use one of them up, just getting out. This is going to be.
I did not create this game, you know. I have merely perfected it. You have begun to understand my innovations.
Let's go this way this time. Another dark dweller.
Evil
okay.
made flesh, but with no craft or substance. Powerful magic, but unfocused.
Ah! Oh no. 10 health per curse.
I will curse you, and I will make you suffer.
There's an equipment.
Keep yourself clear of curses, and you'll have nothing to worry about.
Well, there goes my medium armor. So I've lost my shield and my medium armor so far.
Sparse and relatively empty. Mostly we skip over these moments in our memory. Yet something has caught you here.
As you traverse a particularly tricky trail across a mountain ridge, you notice a dark ravine beneath you. Something glitters in the dim sunlight that reaches the base of that cavern. Let's climb down and take a look. In the gloom of the narrow canyon, you find the old remains of a wooden cart. Apparently having fallen down years ago, you find nothing of worth, except a chunk of glittering metallic ore. It might not sell for much in its current state, but perhaps you can find someone who can use it. You take it and make your way back up to the path. Okay. We have some ore. That's this guy again.
Win this and claim my token.
Okay. Oh no. Oh, this is all going wrong. Okay. 2 pain cards. I'm on 20 health. So we lose 5 gold, which I don't have. And we get another curse. In combat, the player's movements are reduced by how much gold they
Let us
possess.
see how you progress
That's fine,
with
I
that
have
millstone
no gold.
around your neck. Of course, you can remove your curses at shops if you can find them. Still, I'm keen to see how you handle your disadvantages.
Well, I don't have any gold, so that's fine. Oh man, I need to get to the maiden. I'm not going to be able to get to the maiden before I die. I can't get to... There's no point going to the shop because I'm going to die.
Descend ever deeper into
There's no
the
point.
subterranean pit.
Okay, we're gonna go to the old graveyard. We're gonna hope that I don't die. Okay, I'm on 2
Every
health.
one of them with their own monument.
If I can
to
get
pass
some food
Quite
from this, I
poignant,
don't think I will.
really.
But who knows? In an old abandoned graveyard, the restless spirits sense the presence of a cursed soul. They are not pleased to have been disturbed. Go to his talents. Oh, there we go. I lose 10 max health, and I lose 5 max health.
Ouch.
Well, that doesn't make any difference. I'm gonna die anyway. There we go.
Ouch. If only you had a meal.
Alright.
A sad way to end. I had such challenges prepared for you.
But
Such
we got
is life.
the token.
Do you see now what I have built? How elegantly all the pieces fit.
Right. Not great. Not great. I mean, we got the token, and I think getting that token has basically cost us the rest of the adventure. Because we had to give him 20 food. Although, if I'd gone right instead of left, when we first got into that next place and got to the maiden, I could have got like a whole bunch of food off of her. But I didn't know that at the time.
Can you muster the strength to go on?
We start again. We start again.
Make your choices.
That's fine.
Come now. The Queen awaits.
No. Okay, so we're going to keep the equipment the same. We can take out... what can we take out? Oh, we just need to add something in. Okay, well let's just meet the Highbinder in. There we go. Okay, so let's try again. Let's see if we can do a little bit better this time.
What brings you to play the game?
After killing an undead, the player receives
I
plus
know
5
you will
health.
not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent.
Okay, so we've got Ring of Hindsight. All encounter cards are revealed upon reaching the next exit. Okay, so when you reach the exit, all of the things are revealed. All the monsters are revealed. We've got a shield, we've got our 25 damage axe, and we've got some medium armor. And our curses are the same as before. So if we buy a new item, we get a new curse, and everything's cheaper from the merchants. Except for food, that didn't seem to be cheaper. Just items then, I guess. Embertown Hero. Ask him his troubles. Chasing a pack of thieves, blah blah blah. So that goes up there. Okay, so we have to do Greenbarrow first. Search for clues. Alright, so we need to get success. Okay, we got 2 game cards. During your search, you discover some bags left or behind by travelers. 15 gold and 5 food. Nice. So we chop through the vines. Your weapon isn't strong enough to break through the vines. Okay, that's fine. It's Mr. Lionel
A
again.
challenge for you, and a token if you succeed.
Hoy lad, the enigmatic goblin Mr. Lionel climbs out of a barrel behind a tavern as you pass through a small village. I've made some refinements to the magic device, and I think we'll do better this time if we take another shot at those treasure vaults. You see, goblins sometimes hide their best treasure, magic items and such like, in enchanted treasure chests. The magic amulet will now reveal these to you, if there should chance to be one in any treasure vault we happen to visit. What do you say, lad? Shall we have another shot at the Goblin King's treasure? Sure. Good lad, let's go right now. I think I've located one in a desert not far from here. A desert? Okay, Mr. Lionel, fine. Under the blazing sun of a nameless desert, you and the goblin find a door, partially buried beneath the shifting sands. You can keep whatever gold you recover, but remember to look around for treasure chests. They're sure to hold something worthwhile. Okay. That's fine. The extra gold will be useful. Okay. Oh, there is some gold over there. Okay. Well, that was done. Oh, this does not look like fun. Oh my god. How am I supposed to see what this... Oh my god. Okay, this is a lot more difficult than the last one I went into. Especially when the camera, like, doesn't move very well. Guess I just have to open it. I don't like the way that I can't move the camera. I'm around. That took a lot of damage. Good work, Mr. Lionel explains, seeing the loot you return with. You see, I told you there was more to be gained from these vaults. You divide up the treasure between the two of you. The dealer draws you 3 gain cards. Nice. Let's take the Undead Bane, because we're going to be fighting Undead. Let's take that. 30 damage, does fire damage on hits against Undead. Press 1 to ignite all Undead enemies. Yeah.
Are you sure that's the right approach?
Yes, it is. Armory, draw 2, select 1 to keep. Lizardmen take double damage.
Let the lizardmen beware. Wisdom runs a poor second to grace, I find, and you are lacking in both.
We'll take the helm. There we go, 15 gold. A few more raids like this, and I'll be living like a king myself. Mr. Lionel grins happily as he stuffs his new treasures into a pair of old sacks, then heads back into the desert. The card's token is
You've earned this.
Cool. Let's go left first. Oh, it's the
I like nothing more than the chance to see how you handle yourself in these circumstances.
All right. Just a couple of bandits. Shouldn't be too difficult. That sword looks pretty badass. Three gain cards. Another piece of equipment. Could we get a shield? No.
A quick flash of gold, and the bandits will forget themselves.
On every weapon ability usage, all bandits are stunned for 3 seconds. Every bandit killed nets a player 2 gold. Yeah, let's not equip that just yet. Health potion, gain 50 health. Nice. And gain 3 food.
I'm sure
good.
you're grateful for that.
Yes, yes I am. So the question is, are we going to come up against lizardmen or bandits? What are we most likely to come up against? I don't know is the answer. So I think let's switch over. Oh god, that looks so scary as hell. Okay.
Bound once more, seeking the heart of it all.
Off we go.
Did you expect me to tell your fortune? No. A fortune teller is at their most base and despicable when they begin to believe their own lies. Of course, I am different. My powers are genuine. I am not surprised they have difficulty selling their wares here.
I'm going to pass it by because we've got plenty of food. Buying equipment is only going to get us curses, so... Ah, shit. We do need to beat this to get... because I don't think we've beaten it yet. But I don't want to mess it up. With a combination of skill, daring, and luck, you weave between the probing tentacles. Okay. Devil's Carnival. Oh,
We play for a token now.
I still don't have the token. Alright. Damn it.
A choice. Select your desire.
There we go, huge success. Oh, so this is the same as we had before. So this increases our max health. But we don't get the token because... Yeah, because we didn't do whatever it was. I don't know, I'm not entirely... I think you have to get, like, a huge success to begin with. I'm not entirely sure. Another Dark Dweller. To be honest, we don't need to go... we can go back the way we came. The unnatural terror that grips your soul lingers for hours after you flee to safety. That's fine. Oh wow, so you have to do it every time? We need to get around it. Damn it. Oh man. Lose 5 health. Okay, that's fine. Lose 1 equipment. Okay, well. Yeah, now we've got that hat back on. Okay, well, never mind. Oh,
Taverns, caves, dungeons, and the roads between them. Over and over, again and again.
You find yourself in a seedy old tavern, spinning tales of your adventures to a group of drunks. A bearded old soldier scoffs at your tales and challenges you to an arm wrestle. Wager your 20 gold against his gold. Wager your helmet against his gold. 20 gold. I'm not gonna wager my helmet because I've just lost my arm. God damn it. You lose, the crowd jeers you on your way out. So we lose 20 gold and I don't get the token. Oh well. That's fine. That's fine. Let's get out of here.
At their heart, all games are about power, are they not? The acquiring of power. The retaining of power. And most importantly, the use of power.
There we go. The King of Dust still isn't happy about me killing his men, so he's going to send more men after me that I'm then going to kill, so that later in the game they can say, hey, the Bandit King's not happy about you killing his men. So stop sending them to try and kill me, and then I won't have to kill them. It's quite simple. It's quite a simple thing. Yeah, the ragdolls in this game, not great. Okay, no rewards from that though. Okay. So that's the exit that we just found.
Caves and caverns. One cannot hope to find adventure without a little delving now.
Okay, in a forgotten desert temple, you stumble upon a cult performing a sacrifice. If I give the blood, then I get a boon, but or a blessing. But then if I get a card later on, if there's a card later on, if I get it and I've offered my blood, then I can't do the thing. So I'm going to refuse this time.
Our old friend, the Jack of Plague, returns to fight another day.
In the hopes that we get that card again later on. Considering I'm going to be fighting an undead like boss, I haven't actually fought any undead at all. You search the falling but find nothing of value. Your gaze wanders over to the altar and you see an ornate treasure chest lying upon it. Huh. The chest has an intricate locking mechanism requiring the heads of two decorative silver dragons to be turned simultaneously. Let's open the chest. As the lock click open, a magical fire suddenly erupts around the chest. Your unprotected hands are badly burnt. Oh good. Lose 5 max health. That's okay because we'd already gained 5. Okay, that's not so bad. The magical fire dissipates as quickly as it appeared, allowing you to extract the contents of the chest. Draw 1 equipment. During combat, press 2 to create a blast of freezing ice centered on the adventurer. Oh, nice. Okay. Which way should we go? This way. Let's go to Mr. Lionel first. Right, Mr. Lionel, please don't steal any of my stuff this time. Yep. Let's give him 20 gold. Occasionally losing his place and moving different coins around randomly, he attempts to count the gold you place in front of him. This carries on for a while before he, quite calmly and deliberately, swallows each of the coins one by one. Now, let's see what I have for you. He then sits considering you for a while before slapping the table with his hand. Aha! I know what you need. Mr. Lionel reaches behind your ear and pulls out a money bag, heavy with coins. Magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. The dealer draws you 4 gold game cards. Nice. So I gave him 20 gold. I've just got 25 gold back. And another 25 gold.
A little gold
And
to give you a
gold.
taste for it.
And 5 gold. Nice. We shall meet again, the goblin suddenly declares. He then strides confidently out the back of the tavern. Nice. That was good.
Not a good day to be in Stiegel. So few are.
You arrive at the town of Stiegel on market day. The market vendors are buying food. Today, you may offer some food, but the amount of gold you will receive for it is not guaranteed. Or I could attempt to steal some food. Well, look, the maiden is up next, so I'm going to ask her for food. So if I sell half of my food, then it's not so bad. You place half your food in a sack brought by one of the vendors and stand back to await the end of the day's trading. This card's token is now yours. So we get the token. A man approaches you with a chest containing the gold paid for your food. Okay. You open the chest to discover only 3 gold coins. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we go to the maiden. One day, Shekti Forest, you encounter an elf maiden. So if we ask for supplies, this bread will sustain you for many days. So we got 3 food from that, and 1 food. Okay, well that's not great, but you know. It's okay.
All sorts of terrible things live in caves. Are you sure?
Yep.
Do you understand what it is we do now?
Yep.
Or did I rush you through the rules,
Right, let's go to
pushing
the
you
shop.
into the plate
Let's
before
see if we
you
can
were
buy some more
prepared?
food. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got exactly enough to be able to do the rest of these as is. But I think getting some more supplies just in case we need them for anything else, or in case we need to go further on into the. Okay, let's. Do we have anything to sell? We can sell the axe because we don't need that. Because we've got the other weapon. Can I? No. No, I didn't want to sell that. Oh, that's not what I was supposed to do. Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so let's buy another 5 food. Actually, look, we've got lots of gold. Let's buy another one as well. Right, so we've got 15 food. That'll be more than enough to keep us going. And then if we need to give food to somebody, then we've got a little bit of spare. Meet the Highbinder. Oh, okay.
Again, a token is at stake.
Your meet is arranged to happen by the cliffs outside Norwich. However, when you arrive, you are greeted only by the icy cold embrace of the sea breeze. Just as you're wondering if you've been swindled, a young street urchin comes rushing towards you. He hands you a note before disappearing down the cliff face with a speed and grace you would not dare match. The note is from the Highbinder. Paranoia is always well-founded. There is a kraken attacking the ships that are leaving Norwich, and the local smugglers are keen that nobody hears their services are at risk. I'm sorry that we couldn't meet in person, but I do detest violence, especially when it may happen to me. By the time you stuff the note into your pocket, you can already hear the approaching rabble. We don't like nobody sticking their noses where it don't belong. That includes you and that sneaky git that were here before.
A pleasure to see the Queen return.
Okay. So the Queen of Dust has a turret, a crossbow turret, which is fun to deal with. Oh, and a whole bunch of peeps as well. Great. Stop shooting at me. Come on. How many swings does it take to break a crossbow? There we go. Ragdolls really need some work on that. Oh dear. With your pursuers defeated, you plan to return to Carla to give him the bad news regarding the Kraken. This card's token is now yours. Cool. Dark ritual.
The more powerful the site, the more vile its trespassers.
While searching the sacred tombs of Wondermere, you come across a group of skeletons conducting a dark ritual. 3 monster cards, okay.
The Jack of Skulls returns to the fray. Would you expect any less?
Well, we've got this undead killing weapon, so let's get them. Let's go get them. It's the first lot of undead we've had to fight since we got this undead killing weapon, so I might as well use it. It's a little unfair that they have guns, but you know, whatever. As the last broken bone clatters to the stone floor, you realise that your intervention has come too late. The sarcophagus is slowly cracking open. You quickly grab what you can from the area and flee the chamber. Okay. Would you like to equip that? No. Berserker armor.
Armor that gives you the proportional strength and power of a barbarian, which you are on closer examination.
During combat, every hit you sustain increases your speed and weapon strength. Yes.
As pleases you.
Probably better than the medium armor that I'm wearing, so... Standing outside a moment later, you hear an unholy shriek that will halt your
This
dreams
card will
forever.
unlock more cards, and then still more. You must dig deeply if you wish to discover the heart of this mystery.
Cool. Okay. A shop. I don't feel like we need to get anything from the shop. I mean, we could sell stuff, but again, I don't think we need to. We don't need the gold.
I do wonder how much time you spend simply chasing down blind alleys.
Alright, so we got the metal ore again, so we'll go down and grab the ore. And then this is our escape.
Roaming ever forward, hunting for the truth. I hear nothing but the sounds of morning. She is close.
Right, a shop. We've got 9 food. We've got 1, 2, 3, 6 tiles. 9 food, 6 tiles. I think we're okay. I don't think we need to go to another shop. I don't think we need to go to another shop immediately. Another shop arrives. Okay, that's fine. The Demon Trader. Okay.
As you plunder the secrets of your memories, you'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched.
You have no mark of the gods upon you. Okay. Well. So we just lose 10 health. That's fine. I can deal with that. Oh, there she is.
Face death and learn your fate.
I think I might have to take the Demon Trader out because I'm not entirely sure how to get a mark of the gods on me. I think it's just because I haven't got any blessings. That's probably what it is. Oh, she's got a gun. Great. Oh, that's alright. This won't take long. Well, that wasn't too difficult. Well, I guess it's because I got this super different weapon, which is perfect for fighting against undead. So that made
Then
that
it
a
is
lot
done.
easier.
When even a creature as haunting as the Queen of Skulls perishes, we know the game is almost done. The kings are gathering now.
Alright, so now we get to unlock a whole bunch of extra cards. We're helping Mr. Lionel with his quest. We get another Mr. Lionel quest. For trading in the marketplace, we get 5 food and a merchant's favor card. For discovering the truth behind the attacks on Norwich Port, we receive 2 more quests. For interrupting the dark ritual. Ooh, the Lich. Interesting. For as reward for defeating the Skeleton Queen, we get Queen of Plague card and the Lizard Dome, whatever that is. And the last one, we get Arrow Cutter and Mortal Whimsy cards. Cool.
One more round. You have earned it.
Okay then.
Let us approach the Mother of Plagues.
Into story mode we go. So, Queen of Plague. So this is the the female rat. So we're gonna get one curse this time. Negative aura. Whenever the player loses a curse, they also lose one random item. Well, we never really lose a curse anyway, so it depends on whether we're going to get a whole bunch more curses. But curses are really difficult to get rid of because they cost ridiculous amounts of gold. I think the last time I looked at how much a curse was to get rid of, it was like $400 or 400 credits or gold or whatever it is, 400 gold. Like, I don't think I've ever
Queen
had
of the
that much.
Vermin. Under the ground, the filthy rat kind court her favor, murder each other with leprous teeth for the honor of siring her children.
Okay, let's ditch the undead bane. Let's put the Mortal Whimsy in there. I think what we'll do is we'll put the Desperate Measures in and put the Rat Cleaver in, because we're going to need the Rat Cleaver because we're going to be fighting the Rat Queen. Okay, do we have anything else that we want to put in? Too worried about these things. Yeah, no, I think that's it. Happy with that? Okay. So the only way that I know of getting a blessing is from the charity thing. So we have to have if we're gonna have the demon trader, we have to have this in there as well, because that's the only way I know of being able to do those things. And I can't remember exactly what we need the metal ore for. Might be the Holy Forge. So I'll leave that in there for the moment. But we do need to take some stuff out. But there's still stuff there that I don't have the... Okay, let's take the Desert Cult out. Let's take the Bandit Attack out. Okay, what new stuff? We've got loads of stuff here. Let's sleep at the inn. Let's put that in there as well. Can we get rid of anything else? I feel like we can probably get rid of the marketplace. And let's put the merchant's favor in as well. So I've still got a bunch of stuff that I can't really do much with, but I don't have enough stuff to put in. Alright. Here we go.
Banish your curses with caution while facing the Queen.
Oh, okay, so there's a chance that we're going to get more curses as the game goes on. Okay. That's fine.
You know you risk the true and final death at this table, as I risked my life in ages past.
Okay, so we're back to 25 gold, 25 food, 10 gold, 100 health. We've got medium armor, 25 damage axe. We've got the helm that means the double damage for lizard men. General basic shield, and a ring of hindsight, which is getting the Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's go this way first, I think. Heroes remains.
So often, this is how the story ends, is it not? The hero tries, the hero dies. Their memory is celebrated, but they are lost.
You pass a funeral. It's obvious from the size of the procession that the deceased was a well-loved figure. You are approached by the cleric. This great hero fell defending our beloved town of Wandermere. His sword and shield are powerful artifacts, but must be returned to his hometown for the proper burial rites to be completed. Will you do this, traveler? Sure. Thank you. This will mean the world to his family. The town would have revolted had these artifacts not been returned. It's not far to the hero's hometown. Look for the town cleric when you get there. A Viking blade.
Such an elegant use of rage and anger. You wouldn't expect it of the barbarian hordes.
Would you like to equip it? Sure, for the time being. Why not? And pain. A shield bash deals damage to the opponent. Damage increased as you go up. Combo tiers. Nice. Sure, we'll equip that as well. And hurry! It's not wise to anger the spirits of the dead by delaying their proper rites. After 5
I
steps,
appreciate your
player loses
ingenuity.
50%
I look
maximum
forward to seeing how you approach this particular challenge.
What? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Head downwards, if you dare.
Here we go. Well, we don't get to...
Look deeply. This is the fate of heroes.
You reach Wandermere, hometown of the dead adventurer. The town cleric meets you at the gate. He appears to have been standing vigil. Oh, we should return the stuff. Thank you. This blade will once again be wielded in righteous fury. Do you also have his shield? Yeah, we should return that as well. Truly, you have done the Almighty's work in returning this shield. Thank you. Blessed are we who protected can fell those who trespass against us. Okay, we get 2 blessing cards though, so that's not so bad.
Very nice indeed.
Holy Touch. Undead that physically strike the player may receive damage themselves. That's nice. And Retribution. Whenever
Many
the
of
player is
these
struck by a
blessings
ranged
are
attack,
too
there is a
good for the
chance
likes
that
of
the attacker
you.
will be stunned for 3 seconds. Okay. That's not so bad. Cool. And we get the token. Okay. So, do we still have that curse? No. Okay. Okay, let's go to the sleep at the end.
There is nowhere safe to sleep, it would seem.
Okay, so I've done this one before, and I have to be very careful here if I want to get the token, which is what I want to do. While sleeping in an inn, you jolt awake to find a bandit rifling through your belongings. You are quick to your feet, weapon already in hand. The bandit laughs, clearly drunk. Easy there, princess. Spare an apple, would you? There's a good lad. He stands unsteadily, clutching a stolen apple and some coins. Looks like Nancy here wants a fight. The bandit laughs again, spits at your feet and turns to leave. Now last time I attacked the bandit and I killed him and I didn't get the token, and I want to get the token, so I'm going to lower my weapon. The bandit looks at you with contempt. Thought so. He wanders out of the room whistling tunelessly to himself. The dealer draws you 2 pain cards. So we've lost 30% of our gold and we lost 1 food. Shaking your head, you wearily turn back to your bed to find yourself once again in the presence of the ghost from the forest. Its eyes, so familiar, so real compared to its shifting body, smile into yours. Something stirs in your mind. A past memory? You are still yourself. I need fear no longer. Its pale hands reach for yours, and you suddenly recall a laugh. A laugh to go with those smiling eyes. I have lingered too long in this place. It drains so. Do not forget me. You blink and the ghost is gone. Those eyes, gone. This card's token is now yours. Hooray! We got the token. We lost some gold. We lost a little bit of food. But we got the token, which is what we wanted. Alright, the landlocked lubber part 3.
Let us stake a token on their foolishness.
More news... more news from... Sorry, I'm getting this accent wrong completely. More news from our friend the Highbinder. He appears to feel guilty about the bandits that jumped you back in Dulwich. I'm sure if he'd seen you, he'd know that there's no need for guilt. He brings word of a cult of lizard men who worship the Kraken as a watery deity of their kind. A disturbing thought, I know. Head out to the swamps and see if you can tell us anything about the Kraken. And be bloody careful. These days you are 100% of my clientele. Okay. So, we got the token. So that'll unlock the next part. And we're off.
Deeper towards our foe.
So we could really do
Soon the
with
game will
getting
end.
some gold.
I will take your piece from
And
the
all
board.
food.
It will be done. Unlike other opponents, I will remember you fondly.
There's a shop. Don't really have enough gold to warrant spending any money though. A cursed gambler.
I
Okay.
prefer not to play at chance. I only contend with the most serious of games.
In an old tavern at the edge of a dark forest, you meet a gambler. Care to try your luck at the cards? He asks with a wicked gleam in his eye. If I decline, am I going to be cursed? Or if I lose, if I choose to accept, will I be cursed? I don't really have much in the way of gold, so I think I'm just going to decline. Fortune favours the bold, the strange man remarks as you leave him. Later, you leave the tavern no richer or poorer than when you entered. Good. That's fine. Travelling Tinker. Again, we don't have much in the way of gold, so I'm just going to pass it by. The Maiden. Let's ask for supplies. 3 food. 5 food. Nice. That'll keep going. So we've got the Demon Trader and the White Council. I think we're just going to leave, honestly.
An
Because that's
expedition.
another 1, 2, 3,
Press on.
4, 5, 6 food to do that. The Demon Trader, I know. Oh, I do have a blessing though, don't I? I do have a blessing. So we're going to turn back. Right? I've got a blessing. Right? I've got 2 blessings, in fact. So yes, we're going to go and see what happens in the Demon Trader.
I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes.
It's going pretty well. We had one little failure because in order to unlock a token on a card, I had to pay like 20 food, and I didn't get any more food for the rest of the game, so I ended up starving to death. So that wasn't fun, but we're doing a bit better this time. We're still slowly unlocking the tokens, which is pretty nice. In your dreams one night you are summoned to a fiery pit and greeted by a demon. Yeah. I sense you have some spiritual aura about you. I am willing to trade you a magical item for it. So I can pay 1 blessing for a magical item. Sure. The demon eyes you hungrily. It opens its fiery maw and you feel some part of your soul dragged into that hellish abyss. The card's token is now yours. Sweet, so we get the token. He's taken retribution, which is fine. Tasty, the demon exclaims. Your new magical item will be sent along to the mortal realm soon. In the meantime, take this old thing. A ring of engorging. Player receives
I've
double the
always
food, but only
preferred
half
the way of
gold.
the ascetic
They
myself.
must-
It is not my place to judge, however, merely to administrate.
Alright. Okay. But we've got the token, which is the main thing. Alright. Let's see what the White
This
Council
token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
Oh right, so the story behind this is that these mages have been demanding tribute, if you like, from local villagers of food and wine and stuff like that. But it's getting quite dangerous, and they're placing curses upon people and all that kind of stuff. The only way to find your way in to their home, their tower or whatever it is, was to sneak in hidden amongst the food and wine and the barrels and stuff, because it all gets teleported. So that's what this is. So I've kind of been, so my character's hidden himself within this produce, if you like, and I've got to try and okay. So they get paid for this stuff, and then there's a blinding white light, vision clears, and we're in a stone hall inside a circle of runes and symbols. So we need to sneak away. This is what happened last time. So I've got 3 chances to succeed, and last time I failed because I just picked the wrong card. And this is the problem with picking the cards, is that I'm never 100% sure which one I'm going to get. A success, that's fine. You manage to sneak into a shadowy alcove where you hope to wait undetected until the goblins complete their labours, and you can leave. You soon discover that the tower is a sprawling maze of passages and chambers, many more than could actually fit inside the structure you saw from a distance. You are inexplicably drawn to a bare stone chamber with an opening to the sky above. You watch as a magician summons an enormous scaled creature into existence. Its form seems mainly to be composed of vicious-looking claws, gnashing teeth, and writhing tentacles. You feel dizzy just watching it. It lunges, biting and slashing at the wizard, but backs away when he raises an ornately decorated skull. The wizard addresses the creature. You will go to the city of Kidir and kill the Duke. The creature's unblinking eyes gaze in every direction at once, and its sinister voice resonates from a dozen mouths.
Take your time if you like.
I'm reading it.
I've waited long enough.
I'm reading it. God, he interrupts. He's so rude. How has he wronged you, it hisses. Or is this more wisdom from the benevolent council? He foolishly questions my will, as do you, the wizard responds, holding the skull higher. Go! I command it. The beast retreats once more, rasping, Beware, Zahagan, the bones of my true master will not protect you forever. One day you will slip and drop them, and then I shall have you in my claws. Your threats are hollow, demon, and serve only to delay your departure. The mage stops abruptly. What are you up to? He mutters, then quickly looks around at the room in alarm. His gaze comes to rest directly on you, watching from the shadows. Attempt to knock the skull from his hands. Okay. Let's not get the huge failure. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, shit. You rush from your place of concealment towards the Skullbearer, but at the last moment crash against a magically summoned shield of green energy. Eat him, Zahagan yells. The creature sighs and grasps you with a dozen tentacles. You have failed us both, mortal. Oh, what? I'm dead? That's it?
Die here, and your corpse will feed the rats. My piece takes yours, and the battle is ended.
Shit.
Try again.
Oh, man. I can't believe that. Like, had a 1 in 4 chance of getting the huge failure. So, of course, that's the one that I pick. For returning the belongings of the dead hero, you receive... okay, a couple of things. Great. new cards. For encountering the ghost again, we receive some more stuff. Okay, so that gives us the latest Highbinder story card. Satisfying the Demon Trader, we have Demon Trader 2 and the other one. Okay. Man, we were doing so well, and then just like that, we just got eaten by a big, horrible, scary looking creature. Well, that's not good. Okay, well, I don't think we've got enough time to do another one of these. So what I am going to do is we're going to quit out of this game for the time being. Yes. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to set up a quick game of Hearthstone. We'll play that before the stream ends, because yeah, we just don't have time to do another full playthrough of that. I have to finish relatively on time today, because I've got errands to run and I've got things to prep and packing to do, all for EGX. So we'll play a quick game of Hearthstone, and once it loads. Hello, game. Are you gonna? There. Or not? There you go. It's working. It's working.
You look dead tired. Come in. Relax.
Ugh. Alright, let's ditch some of these quests. Let's get rid of that one. Oh, that's not much better. Okay, never mind. Okay. So, if I remember rightly, if I go into Extension Manager and then activate that, okay. Now I don't know, but I don't know if this will work. I'm hoping this will work. Might need to restart. I might need to restart Hearthstone actually before it'll work properly. I'm just going to see if the overlay works. Give me 1 sec. Let's just quit out of Hearthstone. Let me just make sure that Innkeeper is working and is all up to date. And then, provided that's working okay, then we should be fine. So we can get the overlay working. Okay. Let's try again.
You look dead tired.
There we go.
Come in. Relax.
Alright, let's put some music on in the background. Excellent. Alright, so hopefully this will work on the old overlay on Twitch. With any luck. Just gonna check it on the preview. I won't know until it comes in properly, but we should be okay. It's showing up on my screen anyway, so hopefully, yeah, it's showing up on there. Cool. Awesome. Okay, so that's all working all fine. So if you're, I don't know if it works on mobile, but if you're watching on a PC, you should be able to hover over the cards and it on the right hand side. There we go. You should be able to hover over these cards on the right hand side, and it will give you it'll give you a little pop up so you can actually see what's what. This is a really good start apart from Ysera. So let's get rid of Ysera. We've got a Barnes and a Resurrect, which is fantastic. Oh, it works. Does it work on? Are you on mobile or are you on normal? Like watching on the computer. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So yeah. So you can hover over the cards on the right hand side so you can see what each card does. Unfortunately, you can't do it on the cards in my hand, but once a card gets played, you can then hover over that as well. So that card, you can hover over it, and you can see what that card does without me having to do it. So if you're not sure what that card does, you can hover over it yourself, so that otherwise you have to wait for me to do it. So I'm going to get rid of that because that's going to give him an extra mana crystal. So now he loses that mana crystal. Now he's got the legend card back, which means at some point in the past he's reached legend, and he's obviously played Druid quite a lot because he's got the animated portrait, which means he's had 500 wins with Druid. So he's obviously pretty good. Yeah. I feel like this is going to be quite an aggressive deck that he's playing, in which case I might have a bit of a problem. Alright, so we've got a 1/1 Ysera from Barnes. That's not awful. Cool. Now they're going to kill Ysera, which means hopefully they won't kill Barnes. Oh man, he's just going to flood the board and then, yeah. Okay, maybe he is going to kill Barnes. He is going to kill Barnes, okay. Well then, we've got a 50-50 chance of getting Ysera back with our Resurrect. Please give us Ysera. Never mind. Yeah, he's probably going to flood the board and then use... I forget what it's called now, but the thing that gives everything like +2 attack. So yeah, I think we're probably going to lose this one because my deck's a lot slower. And I'm just not drawing into some of the stuff that I would need to deal with this. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He only needs like, I don't know, he needs 2 damage. He'll get 1 damage from his hero power. So I heal myself, which means he needs an extra like 3 damage or something, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I think he's probably won this one already. Oh, okay. Is he just going to go face, or is he actually going to kill that off? Oh wow, okay. I think I would have just gone face if I was him. That was dumb. I should have just killed the dragon. Yeah, I should have killed the dragon and I didn't, and that was dumb. And I'm probably going to pay for that now. Never mind. Come on. Yeah, Savage Roar, there we go. That's what I was waiting for the last turn, honestly. Yeah. I figured that's probably what was going to happen. Yeah. I was surprised it took that long for him to win. That's okay. That's the only problem with this deck that I'm playing at the moment. It's fun when it works, and we had a really good start, but then RNG screwed us over a little bit by giving us a Barnes back on the Resurrect. Okay, well, we can keep these two, and then we'll ditch the others. Mind Vision might be really useful early in the game. I've got both of them resurrects. Okay, that's not ideal, and Mind Control is certainly not ideal this early in the game. So this is the other problem with this deck, is if you don't draw Barnes early in the game, then you're going to have a tough time. That's pretty good. That's not bad. A 3/6 with Taunt, and then shuffles a 6/9 Taunt into the deck. I'll take that. Yeah, this is not the best start, honestly. Like, Thought Steals would be useful. Thought Steals would be super useful, because then we can actually play other things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I could Shadow Word Pain this, but I know that he has one of these, which I can also Shadow Word Pain. So I'm not going to Shadow Word Pain this, because it's only going to do 1 damage, and I can just heal through that. So that's not a big issue right now. But the problem is I'm going to have to use something soon, because otherwise I'm going to end up with too many cards in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so I'm going to have to use that to use a card so that I'm not overdrawing, because if I overdraw then I'm going to end up burning something I need. There we go. There's the Dialhorn Hatchling, so we can use our Shadow Word Pain on getting rid of that. Now I could Thought Steal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could Thought Steal, which would bring me up to 9 cards. Okay, we've got a Shield Slam, which is not going to be useful until we've got the Armorsmith out. Let's think. I mean, I could put... No, I can't put the Armorsmith out this time. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So I kind of want to put the Armorsmith behind a Taunt, really. Oh, Christ. Okay. Okay, so we can do that now. We can put this out. So that's 5 mana, and then we can coin into the Armorsmith. I mean, this is not ideal in any way, but if this dies, we can then resurrect it, which will bring it back, and then when it dies again, it puts another 6/9 Taunt into our deck. So that actually works out pretty nicely for us. I just hope that we get some armor back. I hope we can get to keep some armor, so that we can actually use the Shield Slam that we've stolen. Oh my god. Nope, we're not going to get to keep any armor. Okay, well then our Shield Slam is useless. That's a shame. What does this do? Whenever this minion deals damage, gain that much armor. Okay. So let's kill that off. We could really do with getting the Hogan over, but that's fine. There we go. Ah, smart, he's got a Kel'Thuzad. I've got a Kel'Thuzad somewhere. That's annoying, that means that thing's going to come back. Now, I don't know if it will come back with Wind Fury, but they're all going to come back. Which is not good. I do have 2 Shadow Word Deaths in my deck that I haven't drawn into. So I could really do with either that or an Entomb. I have an Entomb as well. So if I could draw into my Entomb... No. Okay. Okay. Okay, I've got choices then. I could Thought Steal and hope that I get something that I can use to get rid of some of this. Or I can Ragnaros. Sneed's Old Shredder's not really going to help me. I could Ragnaros and hope that I get rid of... Hope that it hits Kel'Thuzad. I think that's going to be our only our only hope. Hit Kel'Thuzad. Hit Kel'Thuzad. That's not Kel'Thuzad. Wait, why didn't it bring that back? Maybe it... Wait, what? At the end of each turn. Oh, okay. So he'll come back at the end of this turn then, I guess. Okay. And then he's going to put both of those into it. Yeah. Well, I mean, oh, this is just this is all going wrong. This is all going terribly wrong. Oh no, he didn't get it back. Okay, that's weird. Alright, well, we don't really have much choice here, so I'm going to have to Thought Steal. Let's put that on. Let's heal myself. Let's try and draw into something useful. That's not too bad. Okay. That's not the worst, but... it's not the best. Because he can do 8 damage to a random enemy for 2 mana with his new hero power now. So... it's either going to hit me or it's going to hit his minion. Okay. It hit me, which is not good. This is not good at all. He's won. He's won. Except that he's being dumb. Because he could have just used his 5/5 to kill it straight out. But yeah, he just wants to BM. Yeah. I thought that might happen. It's interesting to see. I didn't realise that was a thing now, that you can't lose stars when you get to rank 15. It used to be rank 20 that you couldn't lose stars at. So that's interesting. That must be a new change. Never mind though. I think we can get one more game in before I should be able to get one more before I'm due to finish. Hopefully we can get a better start this time. No, we'll keep the Holy Smite. Let's hope for something better. Well, It's not awful. We got our entomb. Should we need it? We've got a thought steal, so.
My greetings.
Greetings.
Yesterday was International Talk Like a Pirate Day, and when you logged into Hearthstone, they gave you 100 gold, and every time you said greetings on your remote, it would actually say some pirate-related thing, which was pretty cool. Oh, Jade Druid. This will be interesting, or not. Oh, okay. I guess we're gonna kill that next time then. Oh, mind control. Excellent, thanks. Okay. We really could do with getting our Barnes in next turn. Let's top deck Barnes, shall we? Let's top deck Barnes. That's not top decking Barnes. Okay. How many cards we got? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that'll take me down to 7, and then I get 2 more. What's that? Giant Anaconda. Death Rattle, summon a minion from your hand with 5 or more attack. Oh damn. Okay. That's pretty good. So we're at 5 mana next turn, so we could play Spreading Plague if we need to, but I feel like that might be a bit of a lost cause. I'm just going to kill that off. We've got the card advantage, which is nice. But that's about it. Yeah, I think I might just entomb that, so that I have 2 Lich Kings. I think that might be the best idea here. And then I think next turn we can Giant Anaconda. He's just gonna hero power me in the face instead. Okay. Restore 6 health. Okay, we might need that. So whenever one of your other minions dies, summon a 2/2 ghoul. That's fine. Alright. We've got a resurrect as well. From your hand. So if that dies, it's going to bring Yisaraj out because that's the only one I have. That's the only minion I have in my hand at the moment, which will be fantastic. I hope that he doesn't have something that he can get rid of that with. Deal 5 damage to it. Oh shit. Okay. Well, maybe he can. Okay. Well, that's fine. We've got a resurrect. We can always bring him back. All right. So let's try a resurrect. We got that one, and then we can use our Eternal Fortitude. Let's bring him back. And alright, so he could bring out Emperor Tharasan, Kel'Thuzad, Sneasel Shredder, Lich King. I've got 2 of them, so that'd be fun. Either of the Obsidian statues or Ysera. Any of those would be real useful, so as long as it's not Barnes. Okay, good, it's not Barnes. Because that would have sucked. Because Barnes would have literally been the worst thing that he could have brought out. Okay. Okay, he's going to take 5 to the face. That's going to bring my Ragnaros out. Okay. Cool. So if I use my spreading plague, that's just going to give me two things, right? Yeah, it's probably not worth doing then. So let's kill off those. And then we could Shadow Essence. I think we're Shadow Essence. I was going to Holy Nova, but I think we're Shadow Essence instead. So that's good. Don't bring out Barnes. Okay, good. That's going to give me a card. And then Ysera's going to give me a card. Or not. No, she won't, because she got brought out at the end of the turn. So she'll give me a card next time. So that's okay. Alright, this is looking a lot better, looking a lot stronger. With 5 legendaries on the board. More cards in hand as well. Give a friendly minion +1/+1, then gain attack and armor. What does that say? I didn't see what else. What is it? Then gain armor equal to its attack. Oh, okay, cool. Alrighty. Don't bring out Barnes. Don't bring out Barnes. Don't bring out Barnes. Don't bring out Barnes. Kel'Thuzad. Awesome. Okay. Alright. I mean, good luck, Dan, the druid. I'm not really sure what you're going to do here. I mean, if you're a warrior, you could have Brawl. If you're a warlock, you could have Twisting Nether. Spreading Plague. Okay, sure. I mean, that'll slow me down. Probably should have done that first, though. All right, let's see what this guy's got in his hand, shall we? Another Ysera. Okay, well, I probably shouldn't use that. Because I'll end up filling up my hands with other stuff. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I was just double checking to make sure that I still have room in my hand. Not Barnes. Okay, cool. Oh, good. Yep. I mean, you might as well concede, because there's literally no way you can win. There you go. There we go. It worked eventually, and that was without Barnes. So there we go, and just in time for the end of the stream as well. So there we go. Not bad, not bad. It works sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. But it's a lot of fun when it does. So it's kind of fun when it doesn't, quite often. But yeah, it's all right. It's okay. All right. So yeah, we're gonna call it a day there for the stream. As I say, I've got to go out. I've got to make sure that Are you not going for Thursday? Are you not going to be there tomorrow? Because I'll be there tomorrow. I'll be there all day tomorrow. So, Pip's not going to be there tomorrow. Because Pip's got a thing to do with Elgato on Thursday. So, she might be there for a little while. But yeah, I'll be there all weekend. So, no, I'm driving up to Birmingham tomorrow morning. So, yeah. So, I'll see you tomorrow at some point. There's lots and lots of indie games that I want to take a look at. Too many that I can't list them all. I'm looking forward to seeing what Mega Aquarium have been up to. I shall enjoy EGX. Is there anything at EGX that you're going to see that you want to check out that maybe I haven't heard of? I was kind of hoping that Machiavellian was going to be there, but I haven't seen anything on the site about them being there. Or what was the other one I saw at Rezzed? Flotsam. Saw Flotsam. That looked pretty cool, but again, I haven't seen anything about them being at EGX, so I don't know if they're actually going to be there or not, which is a shame because they were the two games that I was most looking forward to from Rezzed. Oh, you're not going? Oh, that's a shame, dude. Maybe next time. Maybe you could go to Rezzed. Maybe Rezzed in the new year. That might be a thing. If that's available to you. I think that's what, February, March time. So yeah, okay, that'd be cool. So yeah, I'm off. As I say, I've got some packing still to do. I've got to get my car cleaned and put petrol in and check on my oil and water and tyres and all that kind of stuff because it's a long old drive tomorrow. So yeah, got to get all that done, make sure that's all tip top and spit spot and all the rest of it. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I will speak to you soon. Probably Wednesday next week will probably be the next time I stream. Octahedron. Okay. I will keep an eye out for Octahedron. Awesome. Okay. Thanks very much for watching, peeps. I will see you again Wednesday. Follow me on sorry, excuse me. Follow me on Twitter, and I will be posting updates and photos and stuff on my Twitter over the course of the weekend, provided I get internet. I'm never sure exactly whether the internet's going to be any good or not. I've got some data, so it should be alright. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.